We now return to the Dave and Molly Show.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thursday is here. Ken is here. He's our Thursday morning tradition, although it feels like a Friday because we're off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that vibe.
It's a
very
good
cool.
vibe.
Do you remember what she did last weekend?
Your garage sale.
Yes,
How
yard
could
sale.
I forget?
Yard sale, Ken. I don't have a garage.
Not garage.
I don't even have my own
yard
driveway.
sale. It was almost like a neighborhood sale.
So
Oh, it was
fun.
big.
That
Yeah.
was fun. Trish and I popped out. I underestimated. I thought, okay, we got a couple of things to drop off, and we'll say hi. I didn't know it was a pre-party. For
It
me.
Oh, it
was.
was an
But
event.
you said, hey, it was a little VIP time.
Yeah, it was VIP.
I-
It was
I
a drop
love
off.
that. Yeah.
It was the drop off party. And my mom kept thinking, now, how is this going to work? Because you have all of this stuff. And I said, no, see, it's just perfect because as people are bringing their things in, we give them some food and wine. And then we
Yes.
chat. And I have to be here all night doing stuff anyway. I might as well have friends around. Like,
Take it all in,
I
enjoy it.
know.
Yeah.
As I said, I underestimated. I didn't know that I would be sitting by Ellen Travolta eating cheese and crackers.
No one had that on the bingo card.
No. I mean, and looking at all the cool stuff and all
Yeah.
your friends and everybody bringing stuff in.
Isn't it funny when people bring stuff in and you look at other people's stuff and, well, I want that. Why are
I
you getting rid of
know.
that? Well,
That's
how
what
much
I
you
did.
want
I
for
bought a
that?
piece of luggage right on
Yeah.
the spot.
Oh, I know.
That was a pre-sale.
Yeah. And then Nadine was out in front, basically
Yes.
making a showroom out of the front yard.
Yes. I could see her silhouette going
Yeah.
by the window while we're all.
Trish went out there, so I just went out on the porch for a while.
Yeah.
I had a nice beverage and I watched the ladies work.
And my Ken went out there and sat with you for a while.
Yeah, he did.
I kept seeing my ring go off. I was talking to everybody,
Oh.
and then I was sort of gathering my things too. But I was making sure everybody had food and wine. And I thought, what is going on? And then it was Nadine. She was just back and forth. And then I went out for a little while, and then Trish went out, and then you were out there.
I know. And then the early walker buys, or maybe the late
Yes.
walkers, some of them wanted a little inside, and you said no. You had to wave them off.
Got to wait for
Well,
the sale tomorrow.
There
Well, they
was
were
the,
taking a look, though.
the
yeah.
barbecue set. And I came in and I said, how much you want for the barbecue set? And you said, well, are you buying it? And I said, no. There's somebody out there in the front yard who wants it. And so you said $5. I walked out, told them the $5 thing, and they shook their head no, like shook it off. Like,
What?
yeah. And I thought, well, tomorrow it will go for $5 and you're going to be sad because it'll be gone before you come back.
And it was.
And so we put the tarp over some of the stuff, but the amount of stuff we left in the front yard and nobody touched it. I mean, a lot of stuff was already out there. Your stuff, I think. Well, no, I put it out in the morning, maybe.
There was
yeah.
there was a lot of stuff, and it was
Just-
kind of organized on tables and things.
We had the Hopkins area. We had the Sposito Nadine area. Then we had Trevin, our director. He had his area. Sam Adams had a front and center spot. He
yeah.
sold. He was the number one seller.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of high end stuff.
Yeah. And
He had a $150 barbecue.
yeah, he sold that at the end.
Hey.
And then he had one box of cards that went for $80. His baseball cards.
Baseball cards.
Unopened. They were all unopened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He did well, but it was
That's-
it was fun. Before you got there, Sam and his family had been through, and he was sort of going on eBay, and he was,
Checking out.
yeah, and
Yeah.
pricing things. And then you guys came, and then I said, do you want to come in for a drink, a beer, or something? You said, well, you have to talk to Trish. And I had already gotten that definitely were coming in from Trish.
Well, I see.
She already
That's
said
where
yes.
I underestimated. I thought, well, are we kind of hanging out here to doing all the? I didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was that was awesome.
It was fun.
And you had yourself a nice beer.
Bumped me right up on there, and then I do apologize to Molly because the secondary person or purpose was to pick up the screen.
Yes.
Now, Molly, you fed me full of beer.
Yes.
You were overserved.
No, I was
You
not.
were overserved.
He was in charge.
But I did realize I was probably on Maple by then. It's like,
Yes.
oh, dang. Well, I know we'll be up through there. And lo and behold, we weren't.
yes.
And then Dave showed up last night at my house with said screen.
So here's the thing. I had said, and I believe, and I'll have to check with my boyfriend, I believe I even said to him, dang it, I forgot to give the screen to Ken. Now, unbeknownst to me,
Right.
my Ken and Dave had worked out a deal.
We were in cahoots.
Where Dave was going to take the screen up to the South Hill because your daughter was going to see Trish.
Sure.
So nobody mentions that to me. But it's miraculously gone, unless he did, and I wasn't paying attention. And so this morning I thought, well, I'm going to see him. I'm going to bring it in. And I was going to go down to the basement and look for it, but I ran out of time. Luckily, because I would have been looking forever,
Yeah.
I had no idea that Dave had the screen.
Wow. Under the radar.
Yeah, but now Ken has the screen at Ken's Screen Shop.
I know it's at the shop.
But I'm a few back, I've heard.
No,
Oh.
it's the very first screen. It's the only screen left.
Oh.
In fact, Trish asked me, do you still have your screen stuff or is it in the storage room? I go, no, you don't let that go.
No,
No.
You
we
keep that-
don't.
I'll keep that in the trunk of the car. No, it's not. No, just one screen. And I'll flash back to when I originally saw the screen.
Yeah.
Something Dave said stuck with me. And I can't remember. You either said, because I was very precise and direct about the screen. I almost took it personally that I had a rip in it.
Yes. You were
You're a
very
screen
upset.
man.
And I believe I said, Molly, that was a targeted rip. Somebody is to blame. That is not afraid. The son didn't do that.
No.
No.
And then I think Dave said, yeah, he's a little defensive about the screens. or he's a little
Sensitive.
He's a little sensitive about the screens. I know. Like anybody at the table even knew. They didn't have a background on my screen work. They thought, why are they bringing
Boy,
a
they're
screen
talking about
here?
screens a lot.
I know.
Because I went downstairs and I got the screen and I brought it up. And I
did?
think I brought it up
know.
while you were there and presented it to you.
You did. I know.
And you assessed it.
I did. It was an unfortunate rip, is what
Yeah.
I would call it.
But don't you believe a quick fix, easy fix?
I believe it is.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you do. There is replacement.
So do you now, will you have to replace that whole thing or is there a way to mend the middle section
I
like
believe
that?
it all. It's the beginning of the end. for
Yeah.
most care.
You don't want to
It'll all be replaced, but
Yeah.
nobody will know.
So, and it's the only bad screen I have. And I don't know
And that
when that
is in
happened.
remarkably good shape.
Yeah.
The screen itself doesn't look that old.
It's the one that comes down when the AC unit goes in.
It's a targeted rip.
Yeah,
And
but it's enough for a little wasp to get in.
And I am very aware, Molly, that it's like 99 and 100. It's
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah.
Well, you've got your AC in. I'm
Yes.
hoping. Okay.
Oh, I have that in. That was
That
there.
is in right.
I need to swap them out because I put the wrong one in the thing anyway.
right.
So I have this giant one in my bedroom. It was like 48 degrees when I went to bed last night. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have a giant one in my
nice.
bedroom with the door shut. It gets icy cold. And then the little guy that H actually gifted me last year or the year before is fighting to keep up with the whole house.
I know.
So-
This is the time. And then you got
Yeah.
the ugly air out there and all that.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
That's
sort of
no
pictured
fun.
everybody being out on the back deck the other night when I had everybody over, but it was a little warm. It would have been pleasant
was
out
warm,
there.
yeah.
I had a fan, but everybody just sat around the table,
That
just
was
munched on stuff. It was super fun.
That was really awesome. And
Yeah, it
it
was a
kind
good
of
day.
got us off the grid. We've been house crazy and packing and this and that. And
Yeah.
real quick, last night or yesterday afternoon, Trish and I drove out to Medical Lake because, as I said last week, not to be outdone, my daughter and son-in-law, they just bought a new house.
Yeah.
So it's in Medical
Boy,
Lake
yeah.
area, a lot of room. So we went out and I was basically around the perimeter a lot. And Tyler came home from work and then a neighbor came over and was talking, like kind of finding out about, hey, who are you guys and
Yeah.
what's going on? He had the most beautiful dog with him.
Oh,
It kind of looked like Misa. Kind of
Oh.
a beautiful blonde
yeah.
and fully certified service dog.
Oh,
Nice.
And I could tell, and he talked a little bit about he had a TBI, a brain injury. I said, hey, I can talk to you about that a little later. But I said, I also would love to talk about your dog. I said, can I ask your dog's name? And he said, are you okay if I spell it? And I said, oh, because if you say the name, that's a command.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I said, sure. M-O-N-A. Mona.
Mona.
Yeah, and I said, hey, I know a Mona. Yeah. A Mona Alphin. Yeah.
Mona Alphin.
Yeah. And he said, I remember a Dale, Kent, and Mona.
Yeah, that's our old show.
Like that. Anyway.
Also, not to be confused with Daisy, Kent, and Malls.
Daisy,
There's another.
There's the other one.
I thought it was going to be like maybe Molly. That's a great name. When he said M-O-N, I said, I've got the Wordle. I know. Hey, I'm going to get it in one here.
Was she the same kind of dog as Misa?
I am terrible at breeds. It looked very similar.
I realized that.
Beautiful dog.
Because somebody was saying, oh, she looks like Camus. And to me, she doesn't. But profile, because she's kind of got that lab-shaped head, you can see that it's a similar, but she's got way lighter eyes than Camus had. They're sort of almost green or something, or hazel. But
and I loved it because they're just as calm. Normally a dog is up sniffing and checking it all out.
Not a service dog. They're on duty.
No, and so I told him, I said, hey, we'll be out here. You'll see me out here a lot rolling around.
Well, now, is their house accessible for you, or will it become accessible?
It will become. It's kind of similar to yours. There's a little bump up porch.
Yeah.
And then I think the main floor is good. I don't know what the inside looks like.
When do they close on it? When will they?
It has closed.
Oh.
They have ownership.
Oh.
And now they're waiting for their home to sell. And the whole thing. But
how exciting.
Yeah, there is a little bit of cleanup to do. There's some previous owner stories that.
Oh boy!
Well, the neighbor came over and said, they left this pile of junk here, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then, but we don't go into
No.
details.
Well, I think you already have.
It feels like but I'm okay with that.
Here's the thing: I love this neighbor because he was the kind of neighbor that knew everything.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Hey, you'll like all the
and this person over here, and they do this." And
I know. Yeah. He knew everything, and I think everybody knows him. And this and that. Yeah.
I like a neighbor with the knowledge. I like when you move in, you got to get the scoop right away. Because it's hard breaking into a new neighborhood. You have to tread lightly.
Oh, yeah.
And then the worst is when the first one who befriends you turns out as the jackass of the neighborhood, and you don't find that out till it's too late, and you've already been lumped in with the guy who came to you first. He's like, so you're friends with Nick over there. Well, no, now Nick just welcomed us. Oh, nobody likes Nick. You don't want to be around Nick.
And you're going, what? I've already bonded.
Yeah. Well, we're having dinner. Oh, never invite him for dinner. You're not bowling with him, are you? Well, yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, I had a few first day of school in a new schools, and you don't know anybody.
Right.
And if you end up sitting by the odd bird, it takes you a while to know.
They swoop in. They're fresh meat.
Well,
they know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't.
You don't know.
So anyway, we've been moving like crazy. We now have our timeline. I did ask Trish last night because we will be temp housed in the 9 Mile area. I said, because we know the last week of July is going to be mayhem, but I had to ask her, I said, what is the first night that we will be sleeping at the lake? And that will be the last Monday, July the 27th.
Okay.
So and then there's a turn in the keys day a few days later.
Oh, no.
Everything has to go.
Is there any part of you that's like sad and nostalgic? Are you guys just like, you know what? This has been a good place.
It's time.
It's time. I'm So, I mean, I drive into the neighborhood and I kind of say, this neighborhood kind of held my family together for
Yeah.
Oh,
for
yeah.
12 years.
Sure, sure.
You know, I mean, it's different for my family than me.
yeah.
My daughter and my wife, I mean, when they drive in, they can see me when I had my accident,
Yes.
where I
Yes.
was laying, and I don't
Right.
have any memory of that.
Oh, that's right.
So it's a little traumatic in that
Sure.
fashion, but
And it was just the anniversary of
We-
said.
it was.
We talked about that on the air.
That was Monday, was
Mhm.
it not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was-
And I liked your post with the doggy.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever posted that or whatever, and
Yeah.
that was a service dog.
Yes.
And that was at Sacred Heart. I don't know if their staff, but somebody associated.
Yeah.
I just remember thinking,
Yeah.
this is so warm, and I wasn't thinking about anything else.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I remember when the doggy came. I just remember seeing that. And it was before
I
you
think
had
I might
Molly,
have taken
so-
that photo.
You
Yeah, you might
you
have.
guys may have been
Yeah.
there. I think I saw my son in the background standing. But
And that was right after
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't very long after your accident.
yeah, that was still at the Sacred Heart
Yeah.
area. So,
Yeah. But
we're
look at all this
very-
years later and
I
how
know.
far you've come. And what we were talking about that, just the early days of like, okay, he's going to transfer and we're watching. And then now you're just like, shoop, shoop, driving around, fixing
Well,
screens.
And it is
Yeah.
the you mentioned the 27th.
Oh,
That is the day that we went on the air
Yeah.
and told everybody.
Oh,
And it
my
was also a Monday. The calendar has synced up. So the anniversary of your accident was Monday and it happened on a Monday. And so same situation with the 27th. On the day that you'll be officially out, that was the day that we went on the air and told everybody. And I
Wow.
still have in my bag
No.
right now, I still have your
the thing he
your
wrote?
statement. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
you know what?
It was pretty heavy.
I talked about when we were getting all our stuff out of my office, and I told you guys I found what I called the box of sorrow. It was all,
Oh, yeah.
but no, it was really cool. Every card, letter, sticker,
Oh.
and when I was going through that, it's all packed away. I found, and it was written by me clearly at St. Luke's. I had a whole paper of like kind of some talking points, like when you guys called and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I can't believe I
Yeah.
was, I kind
Wow.
of had a little description of
Yeah.
what happened that I could remember. And
We
then-
came into your
Man.
hospital room that Sunday night and we said, okay, now what can we say?
Yeah.
What can't we say?
Yeah.
And Trish was there and we were sitting right by your bed and kind of going over everything. And I mean, we knew that it was going to be, very difficult to talk about, but that was the day that the whole town
Yeah, because we
found out.
kind of we were talking about this because it happened on the Monday. We stayed on the air. It was Wednesday when we found out how bad it was.
Right,
I think we
'cause,
worked Thursday.
yeah.
We had Friday off. Then we had a week planned off. So
Right.
then really nobody
Oh.
actually knew how bad it was until that
Other
because you
than-
guys didn't
yeah.
say anything.
Yeah, kind of a boy trickle. friends.
Yeah.
A
And then
very, very small
yeah.
group would have known. Wow, I
Yes.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
I just remember walking into the hospital. And it was maybe the second day, and you said, "Molly Allen, I did it this time."
What?
You said something like
Well-
that, like I really did it this time.
I
How
know.
you doing? You're staring up at the ceiling. I was like,
I know.
"Oh, okay."
and then you said, "Well, how are you doing?" And I go, "Line." It's like I was just reading. I really did it this time. Well,
You were kind
I
of
did
like-
really do it that time.
But I
guess,
think you were
yeah.
in that zone of like shock still, where you were almost
It
using
was-
humor as
and heavily
kind of
medicated.
heavily
Oh, right,
medicated, and it was
right.
like humor is your default, which all of us, which is always
Absolutely.
great. And so it was
Right.
kind of like, oh, okay, he's cracking jokes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I think the first time we talked to you on the air, my biggest takeaway, one of the funniest things, you said that it's happened 3 times where you dropped your phone on your face.
Yeah.
Because you would have it up and you would, because you only, and I just thought the visual of that, it's like, oh, I get it, because he's in the bed.
Yeah.
And it's just,
I don't ever remember mentioning that, but
that was in my head
yes.
forever. Yeah, that was very funny.
and it was like insult to injury. And
Yeah.
now my nose hurts. Damn it. Jeez, you guys.
And that summer too was a brutal fire summer. Once you were moved to St. Luke's, we had I had my first Slurpee in
remember
30 years. I brought you a
Oh,
Slurpee.
Molly, it was
I know.
Slurpee time.
But they would say, come in, close the doors. I mean, that was
Yeah.
the thing and you didn't go out for a long time because of the smoke. And even in St. Luke's, you could smell it. So we would try to time
yeah.
it where you go through the doors really fast so that the smoke wouldn't get in. And I thought, if you're ever going to miss a summer outside, this is the summer to miss because
that
it was
might
horrible.
have been, and I remember looking out the window all August.
Yes.
We had multiple days where
Yeah.
where they would have the particles. It was over 300.
Yeah.
Everything's
It was
falling.
it was just
There was a stretch where I remember the St. Luke's people, they were calling all their, especially elderly patients,
Yeah.
saying, we're going to cancel. We don't even want you going out
Yeah.
to come
Yeah.
to your appointment unless it was critical or something. But yeah, it was a little crazy
It
time.
was crazy.
Time.
And then cut to the other day at my house, you parked in a place that was kind of hard to traverse. It was like pebbles and bark and everything. And you got in the house. And then I said to your wife on the way out, I said, Trish, it would be easier if you guys, there's a ramp basically built
Yeah.
in. It's like 5 feet forward. And she said, and I quote, he's fine.
I was shocked to hear her say that. I loved it.
I know. She goes, he's fine.
I know, because when I was going, she goes, "Are you okay to drive?" I go, "Yeah, I'm fine." I go, "You could pull it up to that cutout." Now you got in there, and then it's like, all right, bud. And then, bump, bump, bump.
It
you
was a little precarious, and I thought, well, no, we're all, we're over here, and
Yeah, I
because
know.
getting out, I thought this could be really, really bad. But she had wine, and you were driving,
Yeah.
So and I
Right.
think she even was like, I've had wine, he's driving, he's fine. Don't worry about it. It was like, it's
Yeah.
fine compared to how it was at the beginning, where everybody was,
Oh, yeah.
Now you're just left on your own.
Yeah, hey,
Apparently.
a firefighter Ken might have saved me because when we were out on the porch and it was warm
Yeah.
and it was, maybe a half hour before we left, he said, "Do you need anything?" I said, "I would love an ice cold pop or soda."
Oh yeah.
He brought out a root beer and I said,
Yeah.
"This might be the best root beer I've ever had."
Oh,
There's always root beer at my house.
And then he talked about how much his love for root beer.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, it can be
Yes.
the best." I know we bonded over root beer, but I think that made me a good driver on the
Yes.
road. Got me all woke up.
And we gave you enough food. You were
Oh.
sipping on a beer the whole time. You were like,
I know, I nursed it.
yes.
It was a good one though.
At Ken's birthday party at Yaya, they have root beer on draft. I think Nadine may have had one.
oh
And
yes, yeah.
They had it on tap.
On
they
the
had
I
it,
saw
and I had a
that.
sip of it. It was delicious. I
I-
like a good root beer. It doesn't have caffeine, so it's why the kids a lot of times you can have Sprite or you can have root beer.
Got a lot of sugar though.
A lot of sugar,
I
but all
was
of
going
them
to say
do.
the other side
Yeah.
is a lot of sugar, but no
But they all have a
caffeine.
lot of sugar. It's
Yeah,
just
they
you.
do.
You don't get the caffeine. I think but I do think root beer may have more sugar than the other drinks. Now that I
could
think
be,
about
yeah.
it, sweeter. Sometimes at the
Right.
casino, I'll have a root beer.
Ooh.
It tastes good.
I haven't had a root beer in decades.
You mean over at the
Yummy.
free beverage bar?
Yes, Ken.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I know where that is.
That's
yeah.
right. The place where Sam stopped specifically and made his whole family go in and get free drinks, even though they weren't gambling.
Were they lined up?
Yeah, he did. He went to some casino. I can't remember. It was one of the road
It was
trips.
it was the north Chihuahua, I think,
yeah,
up north.
And he goes, "Hey, they have free drinks here. Everybody, let's go." And then he came in with a stack of free drinks.
Nice.
That's not meant for the gamblers.
He's thrifty.
Yes.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Well,
anyway,
so-
we are we've got our countdown on the end of July, and we are. I will say this: most, if not all, people understand our downsizing, and you know the we've had a couple of sourpusses.
What?
That kind of just poo-pooed on, right off the bat. And
that you're moving or what?
well, just that, you're going to Idaho and this and that.
Oh.
We were at a little 3-year-old's birthday party a couple weekends
What
ago.
happened?
And then a family member came over to Trish, and as soon as they started talking, as I told Dylan, rolled the hell out of there. Because I could hear a sermon starting, and of all the joy, and we're saying, we saw walls are up and this and that.
Oh, no.
A family member came over to Trish and said, the very first thing, you think your property taxes are going to go down, but they're not. That's when I rolled away, but here's what I should have done. I should have turned around and said, you're from Boise. What are you talking about? You live in Idaho by choice. What? Why? Yeah. So, I mean, there'll be pluses and minuses.
Sourpuss.
But it doesn't have anything to do with any of that. I just can't wait to, every time I go around a corner that maybe should have been wider, I say, I'm not going to do this anymore.
That's right.
At least for now in my house.
I think if the gas is good. If you just drink more and learn to smoke, you'd be saving so much money.
Boy, yeah.
Although if you like the little nicotine pouches, those are way cheaper in Idaho too.
Yeah. I don't like them, but I'm addicted to them.
Oh, well then.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so get in there.
You're a pouch guy.
Yeah.
Your Ken's a pouch guy.
Well, not he quit, but he's pouch curious again, I think. But he did quit. And I was really proud of him because he was really getting a lot of nicotine. He didn't realize how much nicotine he was getting. You start building up a tolerance.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't really see the harm in it myself, but I guess it's not great for your heart. But between us, we've covered all the nicotine intakes.
Yeah.
Aren't we proud, the three of us? We got gum, patches, and smoking. Bum, bum. We could do the commercial for all of the nicotine.
So what is your Ken's thing? So he just has quit buying it because I've been giving him the gum.
Well, I know, but that's because he has seen you lately. But he hasn't been buying it, but I haven't seen him. The first time I saw him do it was when he was with you. He had some of the gum. There was somebody around that had a pouch the other day, but he had really gone several months without it, and he hasn't bought any of it. I think maybe when we were in Vegas, he was doing a little bit. I think that's probably why. But for the most part, he's not, and I think that's pretty good. But I think it's so funny that the three people I know who have never smoked a cigarette in their lives like nicotine. And
nicotine is fantastic.
I know, but it's so funny.
By itself, it's good.
Well, and it used to be smoking was the only way you could get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Years ago.
Yeah. And that's why it was never anything to me.
Yes.
And
you're never
still
gonna
the cigarette. I'm once a year with Molly on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And
Fire up a cig.
And then I'm always reminded of why. I don't really even like this. I do like the hit, but it's not worth it.
The best was in
It's
San
not worth it to
Diego.
me.
When we were in San Diego after we went to the boot camp and we had just been fired and you and Trish were vacationing
We were at
and
the Hard Rock.
and I was outside and I was smoking a cigarette. King goes, give me a hit of that.
Give me that. If it's going to take a day off my life, I had that old excuse that everybody used. That was a different zone.
Yeah. We were all in.
We were kind of
like that weird zone of, hilarious.
Yeah, that was only, 6 weeks after?
Yeah. Something like that. The one this year is in Cleveland. Nobody's going to Cleveland.
It is a very,
a different one.
You say San Diego, you say Chicago. people are going to go. But you say Cleveland? I don't think so.
They're trying to well, it's a side story, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is there,
Yeah.
and so that's kind of they're trying
Okay.
to build things. But anyway,
Well, yeah.
I can-
we're
Anyway.
staying here this summer, and everything
Yes.
is fine.
Hey,
Yeah.
very good. Hey, who's our radio friend that we saw at the Hard Rock from Seattle? I can't.
Brooke?
BJ? Oh,
BJ.
no.
Oh, BJ.
BJ Shea?
Yeah.
I remember. I don't know if you guys remember the very first thing he said when he walked in the bar and saw us. They couldn't afford you? And I thought, bravo, it was so funny. And it was an announcement to everybody.
I think for that group
Yeah.
of people, when it happened to us, and I
Well-
know that it all happened to them, but I think it happened to BJ after that. And it happened in the past.
I'm sure, yeah.
They were like, if it could happen to them, it could happen to literally any of us.
Yeah.
I think it was that shocking just because of our market and just how long we had been here, and, all of it, and family owned. It was like, I think we were always the ones that they thought were safe, and then not.
And then right after that, I asked for a cigarette.
Yeah. That was it. We did get to reconnect with a lot of people.
Well, and Brooke was there, Brooke
Oh,
Fox,
yeah,
who was
Brooke.
your
Yeah.
producer for a
Brookie.
while, and then
Yeah.
she had her own show on that station, and
Yeah.
now she's everywhere.
Oh, my
Brooke and
goodness.
it's
Yeah.
not Brooke, it's Brooke and somebody in Brooke. It was Brooke and Jubal. Now it's somebody. He's on his
Yeah.
own, and she's got some.
Yeah.
She's got her own, but she's good. She's
yeah. It was good to see her.
yeah.
Sweetheart.
All of our radio friends
Uh,
still doing things.
So on the last night before you moved to the lake, I mean, will it just be the last moving van comes to get your bed and everything?
it will. We have, most of our stuff now is either going to be at the lake or a little storage unit up there. The very last, here's the odd thing. Our main TV in our is the oldest TV in the house. It's over. I got it when I was walking at Costco. I remember it right when we moved to the house.
The one
So
that's in your current house.
the big
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's our grand TV, but junk and dump is. I'm gonna unplug it, and they're just gonna
Yeah.
take it.
Oh,
It's
wow.
got like burned out LED
Oh,
areas.
yeah.
and So
It's time.
I'm watching all my classic movies, and then I'm just gonna
Oh.
unplug it and just
Throw it away.
The garbage.
Yeah.
What about
And then the very last thing is I'm gonna unplug the modem and the router and put it in a drawer. And that's why I wanted to know. It's like, okay, we need Wi-Fi at least to
yeah?
conduct something. That's gonna be weird to unplug that.
Is all of your porch stuff all tucked away and gone? Your patio stuff?
Yes, our
That's all-
deck. The only thing
Oh.
on our deck is our grill, and that is we're just gonna have them move that right to the lake house.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
So I can
Man.
fire that up. I know it's so weird.
And I know we're picking up a bunch of stuff for Safety Net. There was some texting going on. There's really nice stuff.
We've got kind of one of our bays in our garage is completely full.
Yeah.
And it's all like, Trish knows where every single.
Yeah.
Where's that go? Oh, that's Safety Net. Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's the so-and-so Habitat for Humanity or whatever. Yeah.
And
What a
you
cool
guys,
stuff.
the easy thing about your part in the garage sale was that you just said all of it goes. It either the money gets donated or the stuff gets donated. So I had a little strip that was, and then the same with our friends Maddie and Carl. So anything you guys sold went on that strand.
Very
Everything Sam
nice.
sold went into Sam's pocket.
I see.
That you had to keep track of.
Well, he's selling grills for,
Yeah.
Hard.
50, yeah, 100
He did
bucks.
well. It was good. It was fun. The more stuff, the better. I think it attracts everybody. And Dave and I both got cleaned out of all our casino stuff early. There's a couple who came by and wiped us out early.
Hey, Dave sold golf clubs
To
in
Steve,
the
yeah.
VIP
Yes, I
round.
did. Yeah.
He was thrilled.
Yeah.
You know,
He got a good deal.
I think he left right before us.
Yeah.
He was walking
Yes,
to his house.
Yes.
with his clubs.
And we
yeah.
drove right by him. And,
And then he brought his clubs down the next day, and a guy came and bought those, and he was so
Hey.
excited. And then
it's an upgrade.
Trevin had a couple of longboards, and the funniest thing was
Those were nice.
yeah, so and I had to discount them. Your prices were a little high. I'm looking at you, friend.
Right.
A little high. We all agreed. But this guy came by with his buddy, and he said, I want to buy this. And so I said, oh, okay. And he did. And his friend goes, the best part about this, he said, he just got a great deal on a longboard, and I get to watch him bust his butt. I really get to watch him fall. And I said, now, are you a
Yeah.
longboard guy? He goes, no, I'm so excited, though. This is going to be so great. And I thought, he was in his probably 40s, and I just thought, oh boy, this is not a good idea. So anyway, they were very excited.
The longboards can go very fast.
Oh,
but you got to
yes.
stay on them.
Yes, you
Hey,
do.
I saw those boards. If you bought that in like a Hawaii
Yeah.
skate shop or
Yeah.
something, my goodness.
Yeah, but
There were lots of great deals were made.
Oh yeah.
it was on my front lawn, so I couldn't. I think that the prices were scaring people off a little bit. But then we ended up moving the
Right.
inventory, and then he came and got the leftovers. So
And we also brought a fake cactus.
I have that in my house.
Yeah.
Does that not look real from a
Yes.
distance?
Totally does. And I had it because I didn't quite know what to do with it.
Right.
So I decided to I had it sitting at my house, and now I put it off to the corner, and I might just keep it.
It's a
It
little
looks nice.
of an accent piece, but it
Mm-hmm.
is. I can't remember if it was Steve. Right when we got there, he was walking over, and I said, "This is fake, but it looks real." And then he put his fingers up to the little quill,
Yeah.
and really didn't want to poke on it because it looked so real.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't.
The little girls, every time they walk
Oh.
in the house, it's their first touch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh.
Yes.
All right, let's do a break here. We'll come back. We do have some entertainment news to get to. I also have our hot topics. We're in our final hour of the
Yes.
program, final hour of the week.
Yes.
Hey,
That's
Then it's a weekend,
so good.
3-day weekend.
Good
Yeah.
vibe.
Yes.
All right, back after a break. The Dave and Molly Show will continue.